It was me and my graduating class minutes before we walked out for our graduation ceremony. My graduating class had 863 people in it, and my school had a little over 3,300 students my senior year. Great Oak is located in Temecula, California, where I've lived there for nearly my entire life. Temecula is in Southern California, and it's about halfway between San Diego and Los Angeles. Temecula is home to 113,000 people, and roughly 70% of them are white or Caucasian, and the largest minority are Hispanics, which make up about 25% of the population. Because Temecula has such a large population, they have a lot of schools. They have 27 public schools, and all 3 schools I attended were part of the Temecula Valley School District, which were Crown Hill Elementary, Bell Ranch Middle School, and Great Oak High School. As I said, Great Oak had a lot of students, but it was a minority-majority school. White students only made up about 46% of the population, with Hispanics and Latino making 25% of the population. The other 29% included students who were Pacific Islander, Native American, African American, Filipino. We had a lot of students who would embrace their culture and would share it with us at school. Our Ohana Nana Nui Club would often put on a performance, so a lot of our Hawaiian and Pacific Islander students would get together and kind of combine their cultures a little bit and share with us their culture, and it helped a lot of students, including myself, kind of see that there's more cultures in the world than just the one we grew up with. My school's mascot was the wolf pack, and one of our mottos was the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. And as the wolf pack, we were taught to work together regardless of our differences, but also to celebrate those differences that help us to succeed in life. Great Oak had plenty of funding. Any programs that were lacking funding weren't really noticed. Great Oak offered several AP courses and honors courses. I was able to earn 17 college credits through the AP exams, and about a third of the students at Great Oak at some point took an AP class and an exam. And we also had an IB program where about 150 students in my class alone were able to graduate with an IB diploma. Great Oak was definitely a privileged school, and it's something I didn't realize until we started talking about privilege. And I was reflecting on it, and Great Oak had plenty of funding. They had Chromebooks in the classroom, and it was in a middle class area. And it really boosted my education, but it was a privilege. And as an educator, I'm glad I'm reflecting on that now and realizing I had privilege so that I can give my students what they need, because they won't always have the privilege I had. One of the things I struggled with in high school was my identity, and I know a lot of other students, middle schoolers and high schoolers, struggle with this as well. A lot of them will experiment with various identities, and when they finally come to terms with their identity, whether it's their religion, their sexual orientation, gender identity, or maybe it's even their parents' culture identity that they adopted. A lot of times they'll face backlash from other students, harassment sometimes, and I think it's our job as educators to be able to support them and welcome them and respect their identity and allow them to feel safe. When I think back to everything I learned in high school, one of the biggest things was respecting others' cultures and being able to learn from other people and their different perspectives. The Ohana Nana Nui Club sharing their culture was a great way for me to gain a new perspective, and that's something I want to be able to get to my students. And in order to do that, I need the students to open up, but I can only do that if the students feel safe enough to open up in my classroom, and that's one of the biggest things I want to do, is to make my students feel safe so that they can learn and share and grow not only by themselves but with their peers as well.